I have met customers that they come and they tell me that I like strong, or my coffee doesn't taste exactly the way that you make over there. One of the reasons is coffee is like a chemistry. There is a proportion. How much water, how much coffee. I have customers that they say, I don't measure, I just pour the bag like this, and then I brew my coffee. That's wrong. For every 4 ounces of water, you need 1 tablespoon of coffee, depending on the grind. If the grind is fine, or coarse is correctly me or 1 coffee, I have grind the coffee. The correct proportion is every 4 to 5 ounces of water, 1 tablespoon of coffee. By adding extra, you're wasting coffee. There is no extraction. Nothing is going to happen. It's not going to be strong. You're just wasting coffee. That's what it is.
Why isn't it stronger?
It's not stronger because the coffee is not just either sitting over there, you're ruining the taste, or it's going too fast. You're not helping the water and the coffee timing will be correctly done. You're either restricting the flow and making the coffee bitter, or you're letting the water run through the coffee grounds too fast. By adding, you're not going to help to restrict or to get better, more extraction. It's the blend type of coffee that you make that makes it strong. If you say strong is the bitterness of your taste, that's a different story. That's a roasting characteristic. The caramelization of the coffee, the darker coffees, they have more, let's call it bitter characteristic. The sugar that covers becomes darker and darker. That's the taste you like. Some people, they don't like it. They like more nutty characteristics, so you go a little bit lighter roast. But if you like, you want to cover that nuttiness, you roast a little bit darker to bring the sugar out, caramelize it, and better get a darker extraction. Usually, decaffeinated coffees are roasted darker so that we come close to regular coffee. There is no such thing that decaf and regular, they taste the same. They might taste in the aftertaste, but in caffeine content, of course, decaf, because there is less caffeine. We use only water processed decaf, and we roast darker to enhance, to bring that flavor out, to come close to French roast. There is no such thing that this is for espresso. This is not for espresso. You can take any coffee that is roasted dark and you can make your espresso. I have certain coffees that they are not dark roasted espresso, but it is very tasty when you make espresso. If you taste coffee, espresso, if you drink espresso from southern Italy, for example, if you look at the beans, they are light roast, not very dark. But if you go to northern Italy, the coffee, if you look at it for their espresso, it's more dark. So it's a matter of taste. And you can take any coffee or any blend of coffee, roasted dark, you can make your espresso. It's a matter of the taste. How much crema you like, or how much nuttiness you want, how much bitterness you want. We think that, or the public thinks that strong coffee or espresso has a lot of caffeine inside. It is the other way around. A cup of coffee has more caffeine and a shot of espresso because the extraction of that coffee is faster. So the caffeine content is less. But the taste is strong. strong because we have taken darker roast, we have done extraction fast, and we drink concentrated this much. And that's why a lot of people, including myself, I enjoy it. This is my third roasting machine. This machine does between 80 to 100 pounds an hour. We roast daily between 200 to 300 pounds a day, and it's very efficient machine. The grounds, they go up here, we store it as the temperature is correct. We program the machine so that each bean needs different temperature, and then we start roasting. Once it is roasted, it's done. We open the gate, the coffee, they come over here, and then it rotates, the fan blows down, we cool the machine, and then when it is cool enough to handle, we store it in the can. Each batch, we write down and we log. We write down the temperature, when we start, when we finish, what was the temperature, because each bean needs different temperature. So we program or we adjust the heat according to that bean temperature requirement. I make that decision. There is no such thing law saying that we roast at 400 degrees, this Colombian you roast at 400, Sumatra you roast 430, things like that. There is no such thing. I make that decision. What temperature I do. Just like a chef. The chef, you give him a piece of meat, he cuts a slice, and he tries to make a steak for you. He makes a decision how to steak it, how to cook that steak. I do the same thing. I make that decision. Certain temperature. After it's all done, we taste and we log in. I log in all my roasting so that next time when the customer comes says, on Wednesday, I like your coffee. Or on Wednesday, I bought some Colombian, I didn't like it. I ask him why we didn't like it. And then he describes me. Thinking that I might have done wrong, I go back on my chart, I look, I said, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But if he's correct, I look and I say, oh, I see what it means, because here we have kept the bean too long and we have over roasted. So next time I better pay closer attention not to repeat. But 99.9%, my logs, it's constant all the time. We measure and we taste after each bean that we do. And 99% my roasting is done. And we always come to the point that customer, they really enjoy. It's fresh, still warm. It's empty. So I have to fill it up so that the customer comes and we sell it to them. I don't have 3 days old, I don't have coffee. All my coffees are fresh. Ready to go.